I te whānau, nau mai, whakatau mai rā kia koutou, kiko nei ki te kuninga ki pūrehu roa, nō reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai, tātou katoa. Whaia, turi tapu nui a tāne te pukinga, tāne te wānanga, tāne te waiora, tāne te whakaputa nei ki te whaiao marama. Tū te nanga, tū ka maranga, te tuhi te rarama, tēnei iau te noho te matāra nei, e rongo whakiri ake ki runga, tuturu o whiti whakamaua kia tīna, haumi e hui e, tāi ki e. Kei te mihi atu kia tararua ngā pai maunga me tōna taumata ko te ahu āturanga. Ka tiro whakararo ki te āpiti e rere mai nei, ko manawa tū te awa, ko tāne nui ārangi i te tangata. Ko rangi tāne te iwi no reira ka tuku he mihi ki te iwi o rangi tāne e pupuri nei te mauri o te whenua nei ko te papai o ia a tini whiti ki te rangi ko rangi tāne tangata rau ki te whenua a tihei mauri ora a tihei mauri mai. Kia koutou nei i ngā whānau me ngā kaipara o tēnei pō whakahonore nau mai whakatau mai rā. Nau mā hara mai ki tēnei pō kia koutou hei whakanui i o koutou mahi kua pahere o te tau nei. Nō reira, kia koutou nau mai, whakatau mai rā. Ka hoki oku mahara ki a rātou rā, kua wehi atu ki te pō. Haere, moi atu rā. Haere atu rā ki Hawaiki nui, hiwaiki roa, hiwaiki pamamao ki te hono i Wairua. Haere atu rā ki te pūtahi nui a Rehua. Haere atu rā ka tua o te Pairau. Haere atu rā ka tua o te Arai. Haere, moi atu rā. Āpiti hono, tātai hono, rātou te hunga mate kia rātou. Āpiti hono, tātai hono, tātou i ngā hunga ora kia koutou, nau mai, anō kia tātou katoa. Te kuninga ki pūrehu roa, nei rā te reo karanga e tau atu nei. Ki te hāpai ake i te rau tangata, whaka eke ki te komata, te kuninga ki pūrehu roa. Te ara mātauranga ka whakarewa e, te maramatanga ka ki te a e ki mihi ara ngā haua kia whita e. Te kuninga ki pūrehu roa. Te kuninga ki pūrehu roa. Nō reira, e te tī e te tā, i a koutou nei, kei aku kāranga mahatanga kia koutou, nau mai, whakatau mai, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai, tātou katoa. Kia ora and good evening to you all. Welcome to the 2022 Massey University Te Kuninga Ki Pūrehu Roa Blues Awards. My name is Dr. Bevan Edawiti, and with me this evening is Professor Farah Palmer, and we have the pleasure of being your MCs for tonight's festivities.
There are some incredibly talented athletes at Massey University, and we're looking forward to celebrating their achievements with you tonight. As the leading university in New Zealand for high-performance athletes, Massey University is dedicated to supporting those athletes on their individual journeys to sporting success.
Just a couple of important things to note. There is a free online program available for you to download, where you can check out our athlete bios and information about tonight's events. You can scroll down to find the program just under the live stream.
We encourage you to share your messages of support and congratulations for our recipients using the hashtag #MasseyBlues. Tonight, make sure you take a moment to show them some love. You can also comment right here down below the live stream. Let us know your thoughts and feedback on how you think the night is going.
Those of you being presented with awards tonight have been given the option to come into our Aotearoa or Manawatu campuses to collect your award over the coming days. We are very much looking forward to seeing you and congratulating you in person. If you aren't able to drop in, don't worry. Your reward will arrive in the post very soon.
First-time recipients will receive a trophy, just like this one. Those who are receiving a blue for the second time or subsequent time will receive a Massey Blues pin. To our Blues recipients and athletes, we know your sporting commitments alongside study keep you extremely busy, so we appreciate the time you've taken out of your busy schedules to join us online tonight. It is such an immense pleasure to have you here as we celebrate your success. We hope you're relaxing at home with your goodie boxes. Do we have one here? No? Enjoying the treats we sent you to watch the awards.
Tonight, we will announce the Blues recipients for 2022, hear from a couple of amazing guest speakers, and then finally, we will announce our major winners. But first, we have some messages from key Massey staff and a student representative.
Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm Jan Thomas, the Vice-Chancellor of Te Kuninga ki Purehiroa Massey University. I am so proud to be here to congratulate you on winning a Blues Award. This year in particular, with the Commonwealth Games in the UK, we saw an amazing achievement across many sporting disciplines, and Massey students were there front and centre. Many of you participated in the Commonwealth Games, congratulations. But to others who are performing at such a high level on the national stage and the international stage in your chosen disciplines, alongside university study, jolly well done to all of you. I'm so proud of you and I look forward to seeing your future achievements. Kia ora rā.
Kia ora koutou and welcome to the Massey University Blues Awards for 2022. My name is Tere McGonigal-Daly and I'm the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Students and Global Engagement here at Massey, but I'm also the Chair of the University Sports Committee, and it's really my pleasure to be able to congratulate all of our students across all of the sporting codes for all of the fantastic achievements that you've been able to experience, be part of all of 2022. Now, I do also want to make sure that we celebrate all of our finalists that are going to be talked about tonight, but also particularly a big congratulations out to all the winners, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. So have a wonderful evening and enjoy.
Kia ora koutou, ko Joshua tuku ingoa, ko ahau te māngai tauira i te Sport at Massey National Steering Group. I firstly want to say a massive congratulations to all of the award nominees and winners here tonight. As a student myself, I know the massive impact that sport can have in the academic environment, and tonight is an opportunity to gather together and celebrate those who are really achieving in that field. So sit back and have a wonderful evening with your friends and whānau as we make our way through the award categories.
Tēnei te miti atu kia koutua katoa. Ladies and gentlemen and honoured guests, I'm Andy Foskett and I'm Chair of the Massey University Blues Selection Committee. I'd like to take this opportunity to give you a brief history behind today's ceremony for the Massey Blues Awards. The story of the Blues Sports Awards originated in England in the mid-1890s. Fierce rivalry between Oxford University and Cambridge University competing in very different shades of blue, the dark blue of Oxford versus the light blue of Cambridge, heralded the beginning of the sporting award now known as the Blue, with Blues Awards being given to those student athletes who had excelled both on and off the field of play. The tradition of awarding New Zealand University Blues began in 1919, with Massey University adopting this tradition in 1934, and today the rich tradition of awarding Blues continues. It's not easy to earn a Blue. To receive one, a student athlete must pass at least 1/3 of a full-time study load, while also competing at provincial, national or international level in their chosen sport. The University Blues Committee assesses each nomination against a set of criteria which have been agreed by national sporting organisations, as well as considering the students' academic achievements. Massey has a wonderful history of sporting excellence, with our students and alumni often dominating the New Zealand achievements at Olympics, World Championships, Commonwealth Games and other pinnacle events, and some of those student athletes will be receiving their Blues today. During the ceremony, you will see some recipients awarded a Blues trophy and others receiving a pin. Each athlete receives a trophy for their first Blue and thereafter are presented with a Blues pin. A significant amount of work goes into selecting and identifying each of our recipients, as well as determining our category winners. And I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the Blues Selection Committee for all their hard work. On behalf of the Blues Selection Committee, I'd like to offer our warmest congratulations to all of the Blues Awards recipients tonight and to each of our overall category winners. Noho oro mai.
Kia ora koutou. I'm Jacob Oram, Sport Advancement Manager here at Massey University.
And I'm Sam Mackinder, Bachelor of Science student, Academy of Sport athlete and Massey University Volleyball and Netball UTSNZ representative.
Over the past 6 months, Sport at Massey has been going through a review to develop a new look and feel as we move towards 2023. This new story of Massey Sport begins with our people, our students, our staff, our athletes and alumni, all connected and united through sport.
The sport review included meetings and discussions and research sessions with various stakeholders, including staff and of course us, the students.
The outcome of this process is a new brand, complete with a fresh Massey Sport logo that includes a traditional Māori hi-hi pattern in the logo, collateral and uniforms.
From traditional Māori carving, we interpret the hi-hi as cutting your path to success in both study and sport, forever moving forward.
Massey's new identity is simple, flexible and a statement. It includes an elongated O in the word sport to highlight the window of opportunity and single-minded focus that exists in sport and competition.
It is also the shape of the many fields, turfs, pitches, surfaces and facilities that sport is played on.
Our messages express the moments where determination and sport meet, hard-fought, gut-busting moments. We know it's tough, you're an athlete and a student, mā te reaka ka angatu. Through expending energy, success will come.
Thanks, and congratulations to all of the winners in tonight's Blues Awards.
Ngā mihi.
Tēnā anō koutou i ngā kai kōrero, mo o kōrero tautoko mai ki a rātou rā i ngā kaipara ki ngā akonga katoa o te kunanga ki Pūrehuroa. Awesome messages there. Amazed to hear the Massey success at the Commonwealth Games earlier this year. Receiving a blue is a wonderful testament to commitment, dedication and all-round academic and athletic success.
Our wonderful viewers at home, athletes, distinguished guests, senior leadership team and sports industry stakeholders, Massey staff, friends and whānau, thank you for joining us as we present to you the 2022 Massey University Blues Awards. Now without further ado, I would like to present to you our 2022 Blues Awards recipients by sport. Artistic roller skating, Aspen Fell, Claudia McLean, Phoenix Reed.
Athletics, Georgia Hulls, Alexandra Highland, Angus Liver, Ngāti Toa, Kai Tahu, Cara McDermott, Olivia McTaggart, Alice Taylor, Courtney Trow, Madison Lee Weish.
Badminton, Cynthia Fan, Edward Lau, Caitlin Rosario.
Basketball, Ella Fortu,
Canoe polo, Kate Blinko, Casey Hales, Alyssa Shepherd, Georgia Wheeler.
Canoe slalom, Finn Butcher,
Canoe sprint, Michael Esterhausen, Amy Fisher, Alicia Hoskin, Scarlett Old, Kai Tahu,
climbing, Erica Gatland,
cricket, Bella Armstrong, Georgia Atkinson, Ngāti Kahungunu, Ma'ara Ave, Jack Boyle, Sarah Culkin, Jamie Gibson, Liam Hall, Curtis Heafy, Caitlin King, Ngāti Tūwhare Toa, Ashtuti Kumar, Bailey Latta, Ngāti Toa, Ben Lister, Sam McKinder, Gemma Sims.
cycling, Emma Cumming, Neve Fisher-Black, Matthias Anthony Fitzwater, Regan Goff, Ella Harris, Nicholas Goujo de la Boissière, Stella Nightingale, James Oram, Emily Sherman.
Diving, Luke Sipkiss.
Equestrian, Taylor Mason, Samantha Magschlitzer, Alexandra Mitchell, Ella Ray Wood, Jenna Lee Rose, Kate Tobin.
Fencing, Wai Ling Chan.
Football, Brooke Bennett, Callan Elliott, Victoria Essen, Michaela Moore, Kate Morey, Charlotte Noakes, Emma Ralston, Paige Satchel, Sam Sutton, Ben Wayne.
Futsal, Emily Gillian.
Golf, Juliana Hung, Kazuma Kobori.
Gymnastics, Matthew Clayton.
Hockey, Robbie Capizzi, Kelly Carleen, Caitlin Cotter, Ngāti Kahunungu, Katie Dorr, Madison Dorr, Connor Greentree, Amy Mitchell, Ngāti Mahanga, Hayden Phillips, Olivia Shannon, Charles Ulrich, Nicholas Woods.
Ice hockey, Hannah Cross, Taranaki.
Indoor cricket, Bailey Latta, Ngāti Tor.
Mountain biking, Caleb Botcher.
Netball, Zalika Lily Clark, Anna Harrison, Ericana Peterson, Maya Wilson, Te Ākitai Waiōhua Te Rarawa.
Powerlifting, Amy Lee Owen.
Rowing, Sophie Ignot Johnson, Catherine Glenn, Kate Haynes, Brooke Kilmister, Luca Kerwin, Tom McIntosh, Charlotte Spence, Davina Waddy, Flynn Watson, Philip Wilson.
Rugby, Lucy Brown, Michael Curry, Joseph Gavigan, Julian Goika, Bryn Gordon, Simon Hickey, Eleanor King. Benay Kumerua, Paige Lush, Matt Masoi, Tyler Nathan Wong, Ngāpuhi, Katerina Politi, Ben Strang, Annemiek van Villay, Te Rangatira Waitokia, Sydney Wilkins, Alicia Williams, Te Atiawa, Ngāti Mutunga.
The next award will be made posthumously to Ashley Knight. We will now hear a few words from Fusi Fionati, one of Ashley's coaches.
Kia ora everybody, I just wanted to pop in and say a few words about Ashley Knight. Ashley, a really super intelligent young lady that possessed great leadership skills. Somebody who worked really hard, great work ethic, and really committed to what she wanted to achieve in our sport in rugby. Not just that, but a really awesome, wonderful human being off the field as well, who was really supportive of others around her, and as well as being able to make herself accessible whenever it was needed. So a much missed member of our Manawatu Rugby whānau, and congratulations to Ashley, to the Knight family, and to the wider network of support for Ashley in her time that she was part of our team. Rest in peace, Ashley.
Rugby Sevens, Tyler Nathan Wan, Ngāpuhi, Tanika Willison.
Skiing, Ben Barclay, Ngāti Kahungunu, Chloe McMillan.
Snowboarding, Paul Wakushima.
Squash, Amanda Landers Murphy, Taranaki Te Atiawa, Leonie Marshall.
Surf lifesaving, Louis Clark, Olivia Corrin, Sasha Reed.
Swimming, Louis Clark, Wilrick Kutza, Eve Thomas, George Williams.
Target shooting, Jessica Burgess-Smith.
Tennis, Connor Heap.
Touch, Kira Fisher, Zoe Sosich.
Triathlon, Simone Ackerman.
Volleyball, Brittany Allison Carney.
Water polo, Brandon Matthews, Claudia Weir.
Yachting, Alexandra Maloney.
Sporting Excellence Award for coaching, Kate Blincoe Canoe Polo, Cameron Lamont Triathlon, Sarah Winther Yachting. And there you have it. That brings us to the conclusion of the first part of the awards, but don't go anywhere just yet. We still have plenty more lined up to bring you, including our major award winners announcement. You don't want to miss that.
Wow, that is a lot of talent we have here at Massey University. Congratulations once again to all of our Blues recipients for 2022.
It now gives me pleasure to move on to our guest speakers for this evening. Allow me to introduce Ella Fotu. Ella made her debut for the Harbour Breeze in 2016 as a 16-year-old and was a member of the Harbour Breeze team that finished runners-up in the 2019 Women's Basketball Championship season. A crafty player who plays as a guard, she spent 3 years at college in the United States and won the NCAA Division II Pac-West Conference Championship while playing for the Hawaii Pacific University Sharks in 2017. Ella is part of the New Zealand 3v3 Tall Ferns and played in the 2022 FIBA 3v3 World Cup and the 2022 Commonwealth Games, where the team missed out narrowly on the bronze medal in a narrow 13-15 loss to Australia. Domestically, Ella plays five-a-side basketball for the mainland Pauaki and the GJ Gardner Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa League and played 3v3 for the Swish in the 2022 3v3 EXE Premier League New Zealand North Island Women's Conference. In addition to her representative honours, Ella also represents Massey, most recently at the 2022 UTSNZ National 3v3 Championships, where the team finished third. Outside of her sport, Ella is studying a Bachelor of Science, majoring in Environmental Science via distance at Massey University, and balances this with working as a firefighter at the Birkenhead Fire Station.
Mealy Kerr. Mealy made her debut for the White Ferns in 2016 when she was 16 years old and has gone on to establish herself as a key player for the team while becoming a world-class all-rounder in the process. Mealy is a right-arm leg spinner and an explosive top-order batter who represents Wellington in the New Zealand domestic competition. In 2019, Mealy was named as the ANZ International Women's ODI Player of the Year at the annual New Zealand Cricket Awards. She holds the record for the highest runs scored in a women's ODI innings when she scored 232 runs not out against Ireland and became the youngest female or male cricketer to score a double hundred in one-day internationals. She also ended up with figures of 5 for 17 later in that same match. Most recently, she was part of the White Ferns team that won the bronze medal at the 2022 Commonwealth Games. Mealy has started studying via distance towards a Bachelor of Arts, majoring in Education and Sociology at Te Kuninga ki Pūrehiroa Massey University. Currently, Mealy is launching her mental health docuseries, Treading Water, in the hope to inspire and help those who are struggling. Having had her own battles with depression and anxiety, and having seen family members and friends struggle, this has become a real passion project for her. The reason she wanted to launch this is because we all have mental health, and when going through tough times, we can feel alone. She hopes that these videos shine a light on the fact that you are not, and that there is help and hope out there. It is a series where she speaks to a range of different people from all walks of life about their mental health journeys and how they find and continue to find hope. Mental health is so individual, so she is really pleased that there are a range of different stories in the series Treading Water. Thanks to Mike King and her, we hope, and filmmaker Hamish Johns, this passion project of Mealy has become a reality and she cannot wait for the public to see it. Let's hear from Ella and Mealy now.
Well, Ella Fotu and Mealy Kerr, welcome to the 2022 Massey University Blues Awards, and thank you for being our guest speakers for this year's event. This is the second year we've taken the Blues online, and following a successful first attempt last year in 2021, it's awesome to have a couple of New Zealand stars at our annual sporting awards. I know your sporting backgrounds pretty well, but I'm looking forward to getting under the hood and delving a little bit deeper into some of the behind the scenes stuff that we don't often get to see on the court, the field, or on the TV, in fact. So I suppose with that in mind, what I wanted to do is turn the clock back a few months and go into the Commonwealth Games, because that's a current story for this year. And I wanted to start with you, Ella, and just get your highlights. Doesn't have to be about you or your sport. It could be about the event, maybe watching a sport you didn't know about, one of our other athletes, anything that just reminds you of that awesome fortnight.
My highlight would probably be just being part of that Team New Zealand and how welcoming they are and how like encouraging. And and the free food, probably.
Yeah, that's always good, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Mealy? What do you remember from that fortnight? Apart from the bronze medal, which was awesome, by the way.
That was the highlight. I guess for me, the highlight again was being part of something bigger and being part of the New Zealand team, which for cricket we haven't had experienced it in the past. And I think from a team perspective, with a new team with lots of young players, the way we kind of went about our business and believed we could, get a medal for our country was pretty special.
Yeah, absolutely. And you didn't happen to cross paths in the village, you two, at all?
We were in a different part of we went in the actual village.
Wow.
The cricketers. So.
Right. Very nice.
But I'm sure Susie probably tried to put a singlet on and join you guys.
We saw.
Did you see Susie's? That's Susie Bates, former Olympian basketballer, wasn't she? Did she come and watch, Ella, did she?
Yeah, they're good friends with a few of us, so she came and watched, which was really good to see.
Nice, awesome. Okay, well, we'll come back to your sport later on, but I want to get into, obviously, apart from being athletes, you're also students, or Mealy in your case, former, but you will be coming back hopefully. But tell us what you're studying. Mealy, I'll start with you this time. What were you studying, past tense? Why, and maybe the possible future study for you?
When I finished school, I was obviously busy with cricket, travelling a lot, but started a BA majoring in education and sociology. And I think for me, for education, I come from a family of teachers, and it's always kind of been something I've been interested in. I did a bit of work as a teacher aide as well. And then, I think the sociology side I found really interesting, and I enjoy understanding why people work the way they do because of experiences I've had. And I think moving forward, I probably want to go down more a mental health path and work in something along those lines. But I've had a bit of a break from study, but it's definitely something I'm looking at coming back to. And I've recently been able to do some pretty cool work with a mental health charity, I'm Hope, back home. So even though I haven't been studying, I've been keeping myself busy with other things, which I believe is pretty important as an athlete. But I think eventually I'll get back to studying and hopefully finish my degree before how many years it took you to finish yours, Jake?
Yeah, it's not about me, this interview, Mealy, so we can just focus. It was closer to 2 decades, you're right. But also just remember, like, you forgot to finish that sentence about coming back to study, and you meant to put on that at Massey University as well. So I look forward to that. Ella, what about you? What are you studying? Because I know you're a current student.
Yeah, I'm studying Bachelor of Science, Environmental Science. I actually, because I went to the States for a bit for uni over there, and I started in just biology, but then I think just my appreciation for the earth and like trying to find ways to be more sustainable, a bit of a passion.
Nice. So what's the future there for you then, like a career path? I know, and we'll come to your other one, your current one at the moment, but where will that qualification lead you?
Well, I was doing it before my current career, but just maybe get involved in some projects and stuff, just to help where I can.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, I do want to just pivot a little bit to, we've asked about your sport and your study, and obviously being a student athlete is tough because you're not just a student, which is hard enough, trying to get a degree or a certificate, diploma, whatever it is hard enough. But when you're juggling traveling and training and trying to compete on the world stage, it's hard work. So back to you, Mealy, for the first one here. How did you find, and in the future, how will you find that juggling act between being that student athlete?
I found it not too bad. I think what Massey do very well is the correspondence and being able to do everything online, which worked well for my lifestyle. And then I've always believed in, balance, and it's just about being organised. So you had your trainings, but because I was only doing it part-time, it provided me with something else to switch off, from training, from cricket. And I think what I found the hardest part was when you're on tour, having to do an exam or something, and sometimes you're not motivated because when you're not training or playing, you just want to hang out with the team. But we had a pretty good group on tour with the likes of Hannah Rowe. We should set up a little study club. I think it comes with its challenges, but overall it's not too bad, and you got to remember why you're doing it. And for me, my why is knowing that if I get this degree, hopefully I'll be able to help other people in the future. So that kind of always helped provide me with motivation.
That's awesome. And of course, we do retire from this career as an athlete long before you hit proper retirement age. Ella, what about you with the juggle? Because you are not just a student athlete, you're also working full-time, is it? As a full-time, as a firefighter. So that is another element. That's 3 strings to the bow, which is awesome, by the way. So congratulations on that juggle. But man, it must be hard.
Well, I wouldn't say it's easy, that's for sure. But like Mealy says, just knowing that balance, and the distance definitely helped me as well, because it allowed me to still do what I love. Just trying to stay organized, find that self-motivation. But definitely I did it part-time because I wanted, you got to know what you can do and what you can't, Yeah,
absolutely. So with that juggle, I assume, and Mealy, you mentioned it before around the mental health stuff, it's hard to compete at the top level. And when you're throwing in the pressures of the study, but also finding that life balance, there must be some challenges in this life of a student athlete at the top level. So, just throwing it out to Ella, we'll start with you. What is the hardest thing about what you have to do? Is it the time management? Is it, getting an assignment or exam done? Those sort of deadlines. What is it?
It definitely would be the time management. Just when you want to do hang out with your friends or whatever, your teammates and stuff, when you shouldn't. So it's just really encouraging yourself. But I feel like there's a lot of pressure either way.
Yeah.
So you just embrace it.
Yeah. And you're right, absolutely, because it's the expectations we all have on ourselves as athletes, and then also externally from public, obviously, supporters, sponsors, media, NSOs, all that sort of stuff. Mealy, what about you? What about that, finding that life balance when you were studying?
As I said, I think it was all coming down to being organised. So that was massive for me. And I think having support too around people, with the people around you. And I've been lucky with that, with the environments I'm in, with sport, and then my family as well. But for me, it was that just making time for it, I guess. Because you can easily put it off, but knowing how, once you start, you just got to start it, and finding that motivation too. And again, for me, it became easier when I knew why I was doing it, and that always helped. And obviously deadlines help, because you've got to get it in before the deadline, so it's kind of a must do.
Yeah, absolutely. And you must have read my notes talking about your family, because that's a segue to my next question. Well, you did read my notes, didn't you? I emailed them to you. But you're both from...
Skim read.
Yeah, true. you're both from sporting families and backgrounds. And just wondering if you feel that helps you. I mean, Ella, your sibling, same with you, Mealy with Jess, and also your father, who I actually played against myself, which shows how old, how young you are. But do you think that helped you growing up, guys, in that sort of competitive family environment? Mealy,
yeah, I think for me, like, family's everything to me. So, I feel very lucky with the family I've been born into, and my parents, my sister, all my extended whānau as well. With all my cousins, it's all like everyone's either into sport or music, and we've just all grown up like pretty much next door to each other with a lot of competitive games always happening. So it's always been fun. We've always known how to have fun, but it's always been competitive as well. And I think that's probably what two things that I take into my cricket today is I'm competitive, but I love it and I want to have fun. And for me, representing New Zealand, just playing my little cousins in the backyard, it doesn't change. It's I love having fun and being competitive, and that's the same, I guess, wherever I go with teams I play in.
And it must have been cool. Well, it must be cool to have your sister next to you in some of those anthems and some of those big games, right?
Yeah, it's pretty special getting to play alongside Jess. She's also had a fair few health issues, so to see where she is now and how hard she's worked, it's awesome to have family on tour as well, and having Jess, and we get along well. And nothing better than singing the national anthem alongside your sister, who's a pretty good singer too, which always helps.
Yeah, she is. I can vouch for that. Ella, what about you with your couple of brothers, was it? Is that right? Growing up, basketball must have been competitive.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. My family's everything to me too, and they've been so supportive, but definitely competitive. I got three brothers, so but definitely growing up very competitive, still is, but also so much support, definitely from my parents. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, to add in, it still is. I love that. Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's competitive. I've got two kids, and I'd call it more just fighting than competitive. But anyway, there's a couple more questions, guys, and hopefully pretty light. But just where to from here with firstly your sport, but also I suppose with like life, not necessarily study. But Ella, I'll come to you first. Like, what's happening for you on the horizon with sport?
Well, it's quieting down a bit for basketball. There's a national 3-on-3 coming up, but and possibly a 5-on-5 camp. But next year there should be World Cup qualifiers coming on, and World Cup, and then I guess building towards the Olympics as well.
Yeah.
For me, I might look at going overseas to play, but unsure at the moment.
Well, I hope so. Now that those borders are back open, I hope you can go overseas. And obviously your degree's nearly done and dusted, and then you can make use of that. Or firefighting, you've got plenty of options, obviously.
Yeah.
Which is great. Mealy, what about you? I know you're in the UK at the moment, but what's coming up for you with sport and life?
We're heading to Antigua to play the West Indies in a series. So we're there finishes in October, that series, against them. And then from there, I head to Brisbane and play for the Brisbane Heat and the Women's Big Bash, and then get home for our summer of cricket where Bangladesh are playing us, and then we have Super Smash where I'll play for Wellington, and then we head to South Africa for a T20 World Cup. So it's been a pretty busy last 6 months, and then it's been a massive year. So it's nice being able to travel the world again without the isolations and everything, and I'm looking forward to what's coming up. And then outside of cricket, I have this work that I've been doing before coming to the UK, coming out with I'm Hope soon, and I think that's been a massive thing that I've loved doing, and probably for me moving forward, that's the type of work I want to do and think things along those lines. And then who knows, maybe start of next year I'll be joining back up with Massey and continuing my degree in education and sociology.
Yeah, I look forward to that. I will hold you to that as well. And finally, guys, just want to end on something like you're both obviously learned people. So a lot of experience. You've been there, you've done that, you've been to Commonwealth Games, you've played international sport, but at the same time you've been studying. What advice would you give, even though Mealy, you're still very young, or you're both very young actually, but what advice would you give to aspiring student athletes? So say there's a first year student, 18, 19 years old, has these lofty goals, which is great. What would you tell that student, him or her? Mealy. Ella, you can think about it. Mealy, you go first.
Yeah. Firstly, I just say you got to love what you do, because that makes it easier. Easier for me is knowing like why I'm doing it as well. Always help, but yeah, I think one, you just got to enjoy it, and if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to enjoy it at times. But if you can enjoy it and find balance in terms of your sport, your study, and life outside of it, because you got to have a social life as well, and enjoy some downtime. So I think one, finding the balance of it all and working out how much you can take on, and then just making sure that for majority of the part you are enjoying it, and you know why you're doing it, and the reasons why. And I'd say do it for yourself as well. I think sometimes you can be told what to do, but if you're doing it for yourself, I think that's important too.
Wise words, Mealy. Actually, I've just written them down. They apply to my life right now too. Ella, what about you?
No, I definitely agree with what everything said. Just to add, probably like talk to yourself nice, be nice to yourself, encourage yourself, that little voice in your head, don't let it get too negative. And just see everything as opportunity more than should be doing this or should be doing that.
Nice. So if I sum that up, I've written 4 things. Find your passion, find a balance, be nice to yourself, and look at everything as an opportunity. Beautiful. I love that.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, guys. Well, look, I think that's a good way to finish those 4 notes, or those 4 messages. So on behalf of myself as Sport Advancement Manager at Massey University, but obviously the university as a whole, thank you for your time and contribution to tonight's Blues Awards, and good luck for the future in sport and study and life. And once again, thank you. It's been great. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
It is now time to announce the 2022 Massey University Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year Awards. Nominated by the Blues Committee, the Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year Awards are chosen from those recipients who have completed at the highest levels in their sports, and the standard each year is extremely high. First, we will now announce the Massey University Campus Sportsman of the Year 2022 award. The finalists are Joseph Gavigan, Rugby; Connor Greentree, Hockey; Edward Lau, Badminton; Luke Sipkis, Diving; Charles Ulrich, Hockey. The winner of the Massey University Campus Sportsman of the Year 2022 award goes to Edward Lau for Badminton. Edward is a New Zealand senior representative and is the 2022 Oceania Men's Singles Champion. He entered the 2022 Oceania Championship as the 7th seed in men's singles and beat New Zealand's Oscar Gore 11-21, 21-16 and then 21-17 in the semi-finals. He later went on to defeat Australia's Nathan Tang 21-18 and 21-10 in straight sets in the final. Edward was also part of the North Harbour team at the 2022 Wisden Cup, where the North Harbour team emerged victorious. He played in 3 men's singles matches and remained undefeated. Overall in the tournament he had 9 wins out of 11, including men's doubles and mixed doubles matches. Here's Edward with a few words.
I feel very fortunate to win this award, as Massey has many talented athletes. I'm grateful for all the support that Massey has given me throughout my time at uni, and I would also like to thank my club Badminton North Harbour, my sponsor Yonex, my family, friends and coaches. I hope everyone has a great night. Thank you.
Ka pai, Edward. We will now announce the Massey University Campus Sportswoman of the Year 2022 award. Let us check out the outstanding nominees. Ashtuti Kumar, cricket. Phoenix Reid, artistic roller skating. Georgia Wheeler, canoe polo. And the winner of the Massey University Campus Sportswoman of the Year 2022 award is Georgia Wheeler for canoe polo. Georgia represented the New Zealand senior paddle ferns at the 2022 World Games in Birmingham in July, where she won a bronze medal after New Zealand defeated Italy 4-2 in the bronze medal match. She also played for the team at the 2022 World Championships in France, where they lost a closely contested third place match 2-0 to Italy and finished fourth. Georgia competed in the B grade National League in the New Zealand senior women's team and played in the A grade for the Manawatu Valkyries team that won the 2022 National League at Lake Pupuke. Let's hear from Georgia now. Over to you, Georgia.
Kia ora, wow, what an honour it is to be named Massey University Sportswoman of the Year for 2022. Massive congratulations to all the other award recipients and finalists. I know how hard it is to balance the uni, study and training life, so you have done so well. I firstly want to thank my sponsors, Doug Bradley Painters and Joe Poff from Temperature Control Solutions, as well as everyone who has contributed to my various fundraisers, and a special thanks to Pauline Tomorrow for your awesome quilt that I raffled off. Thank you to my awesome teammates, coach and manager. What an awesome tour we've had. And thank you so much to the New Zealand Canoe Polo Association and management team involved behind the scenes of this tour. COVID made your job so much harder, and we thank you for all you've done for us. Another massive thank you to my friends and family, especially Mum. Your support has been incredible. Thank you so much for believing in us. We wouldn't have been able to bring home New Zealand's first World Games canoe polo medal without you. Thank you, Massey, for supporting your students and representing the country, and especially thank you for supporting such a small sport like canoe polo. Ka kite.
Now to the Massey University Distance Sportsman of the Year 2022 award. The outstanding nominees are Ben Barclay, skiing, Finn Butcher, canoe slalom, Nicolas Kergezor de la Boissier, cycling, Tom McIntosh, rowing, Ben Wayne, football. And the winner of the Massey University Distance Sportsman of the Year 2022 award is Tom McIntosh for rowing. Tom and his partner won a gold medal at the 2022 Poland World Cup Regatta in the men's pair. Despite competing for the first time as a pair at that level, Tom and his partner Matt finished 5 seconds ahead of the runners-up. He also competed at the Henley Royal Regatta in men's doubles with McDonald, where he finished first in the Silver Goblets and Nichols Challenge Cup. At the World Cup in Switzerland, the pair finished in 4th place. Tom was also selected as a member of the New Zealand men's pair for the 2022 World Rowing Championships. Here's Tom with a few words.
Kia ora everyone. Sorry I can't be there tonight. I'm currently in the Czech Republic competing at the 2022 World Rowing Championships in the men's pair. I'd just like to say what an honour it is to receive this award. It's truly an awesome experience to be able to represent my country while studying at Massey University. Congratulations to all the other nominees for this award and all the other recipients of the Blues Awards. You guys have all done such an amazing job to balance sport and study. And finally, thank you to all the major sponsors of this event and everyone who organised the event. You guys have done an amazing job and I'm sure you've all had a great time tonight. Cheers.
Now to the Massey University Distance Sportswoman of the Year 2022 award. Our talented lineup is Amy Fisher, canoe sprint, Amanda Landers-Murphy, squash, Tyler Nathan Wong, rugby and rugby sevens, Emily Shearman, cycling, Madison Lee Weish, athletics, Maya Wilson, netball. And the winner of the Massey University Distance Sportswoman of the Year 2022 award is Amy Fisher, canoe sprint. Amy is a 2021 World Champion, having won a gold medal in the K1 500 at the 2021 ICF Canoe Sprint World Championships in Denmark. She finished ahead of Hungary's Tamara Sipes and Denmark's Emma Jorgensen with a timing of 1 minute 48.08. At the 2022 Canoe Sprint National Championships at Lake Karapiro, Amy placed first in the Open Women's K1 500, where she edged out Dame Lisa Carrington by 0.08 of a second in the race with a timing of 1 minute 53.82. She also finished second in the Open Women's K1 500 metre trial race with a timing of 1 minute 50.23. That was just 0.11 of a second behind the gold medal winner. Let's hear from Amy now.
Hi, if you're seeing this, I guess it means I've won the Distance Sportswoman of the Year award. I'd just like to say thank you. It's a real privilege to receive this award, and it's certainly been a good year in regards to my athletic pursuits. Winning the World Champs last year and then having that breakthrough, winning the Nationals as well, was massive, and I couldn't have done that without the team supporting me that have been there through the highs and the lows, and it's been an epic journey so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I'd also, like to take this time to thank Massey. I'm currently on my last semester of my degree, and it's taken about 9 years to get through, and it's been hard at times, trying to balance sport and study, and through that time, the team at Massey, my lecturers and tutors, they've been incredibly supportive in helping me get through that. I just want to say thank you for, creating the opportunity for me to be able to, pursue both of those things and to find balance and to equip me for the next part of my life after this athletic career. So big thank you to them, and congratulations to all the other recipients tonight. Thank you to the event organisers for creating, this event. Really appreciate it, and thank you. All the best.
Now, the final award for the evening, the Massey University Te Kuninga Ki Pūre Hiro Supreme Award 2022. The recipient of the Supreme Award is selected by the Blues Committee from the winners of the 4 major awards just announced. It gives us both great pleasure to announce the winner of the Massey University Supreme Award 2022 as Amy Fisher, Canoe Sprint.
Well, there you have it, the 2022 Massey University Blues Awards.
I think you would all agree it was a fantastic evening, showcasing some of the phenomenal talent we have here at Te Kuninga Ki Pūre Hiro.
Many thanks to everyone for their participation this evening, and a special thank you to the Blues Committee for all their hard work behind the scenes. We are proud to have such incredible talent at Massey University.
And for all of you, a final round of cheering and applause, and congratulations. So, that is it from us. Thank you for having myself and Professor Farah Palmer. It's been a pleasure to you all. E karakia whakapūmau te huanga o te whakaaro nui he puakitanga mātauranga, tui a te ira tangata, tā whiwhi atu ki te kāhui o ngā atua. Ko horahia te takapau wharanui, te rerenga o te kōrero ki te ao marama. Marama ki uta, marama ki tai. Tahi a te ki, tahi a te wānanga. Ho atu e rongo, whakiriake te ki te kōrero ki runga, ki te tāhu o tēnei whare. Te kupu kōrero kia mau, te ki te wānanga kia au. O whiwhia, o rawia, tūrau paria, tūrau Hawaiki e rarau ki te tapawai nui o tāne, tāne i te wānanga, tāne nui ārangi, tūturu o whiti whakamaua kia tīnā, tīnā, haumi e hui e, tai ki e. Kia ora rā e te whānau.